Hey my Pilates people, welcome to my channel Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today I have an advanced chair session. It's gonna be tough. I've been kind of questioning if I wanna do this morning, but you know, we're here and we are gonna do this. Like I said, advanced. It is going to be challenging, a lot less cueing because I'll probably be trying to catch my own breath. It doesn't mean we're going to be going crazy the entire time because, right, this is going to be a pretty long workout. So there's going to be kind of ups and downs, heart rate going up and down. We'll be kind of switching it up between going fast and also working really hard on control and stability. And then going fast and then back, right? So this kind of ebb and flow back and forth. But it's gonna be challenging. And another disclaimer for you, because it's challenging, I am going to struggle at times. I'm most likely not gonna make everything look pretty, like quote unquote pretty. So, you know, more so try to listen to my words rather than use me as a model, because what I might do might look completely different on your body, right? So, with that being said, honor your body. We're gonna start with 2 middle springs. We're gonna start with our 100 series of 5 and then flip around for some footwork, tendon stretch, and then we'll come down to the mat. So have your mat ready. All you need is your mat, your chair, knee pad if you need for kneeling, any type of poles for when we do standing. You can always move the chair up against a wall. But like I said, advanced, so let's do this. So 100, you're gonna lie back on your chair. Knees come into your chest, roll back with control. Come to the tips of your shoulder blades, find a Pilates V, send the legs out to that working angle, arms reach forward and start pumping here for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Strong arms. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep reaching into those imaginary straps. Think of pulling the belly away from the thighs. Broad collarbone, strong arm connection to your back. Big, vigorous pumps. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. And exhale, 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 exhale. Find parallel right knee into your chest, left leg lowers down, and switch. Single leg stretch. For today, pull the knee all the way in, all the way in, all the way in. For 3, and 2, and 1. Both knees into your chest. Send both legs out, arms go back, circle the arms, knees hug in. Double leg stretch. Inhale out, exhale, circle back in. Inhale out, exhale, circle back in. Legs straight out. 1 leg up, 1 leg down. Straight leg stretch. Let the leg go below the plane of the hip. For 3, get a stretch. 2 and 1, both legs up, hands behind your head. Push the head back and into your hands, lower the legs. And lift the legs. Lower the legs. And lift the legs. Oh my goodness. And lift. Lower. And lift. Now lower, right knee in, crisscross. And crisscross. Try to get both shoulder blades up off the chair. Up away from the floor. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll yourself all the way up. Feet onto the pedal. All 10 toes on, heels together, toes apart. Let's start with the arms down by your side. Stick your booty out, hinge forward. Keep the hinge, pull the pedal into you and press it down. Exhale, pull the pedal in. Inhale, press it down. Now let's pick up the pace. Exhale up, exhale up. Hug the chair with your arms. For 3, and 2, and 1. Lift it all the way up as high as you can. Shift onto the arches. Drive the heels down, take the arms behind you now. Pull in on the chair, pull the collarbones apart, press the pedal down and up, down and up. The higher the pedal comes, the more you got to stick the booty out. For 4 and 3, wrap the toes over. Last one, lift the pedal up, heels on. Legs zipped up if you can. Lift those pinky toes up, hands behind your head. Head pushes up and into your hands. Press the pedal down. Maybe you can go a little bit faster. Exhale up, inhale down. Doesn't have to be a big range. And could you grow a little bit taller, and a little bit taller for 3 and 2 and 1. Lift the pedal all the way up. Let's go ahead and take a step off for a tendon stretch. All right. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Dive up and over. Hands come to that back edge. Lift the heels. Bring a knee into the chest. Press the pedal down. Pilates V here. Shift the shoulders over your hands. Really pull up through the base of the ribs. And now lower the heels. And lift the heels. Lower the heels. Lift the heels. That tailbone should be dropping the entire time. And those 2 front hip points should feel like they're lifting up to the ribs the entire time. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Shift the weight back. Step off with that weaker leg. Float the pedal up with your stronger leg. Take the foot down. Drop the tailbone heavy. Lift the arms. Come all the way up to standing. Open the arms out wide to the side. And let's do that again. Reach the arms up to the sky. Open the arms out wide to the side. Get a chest stretch here. All right, so now we're gonna take a spring off. So leaving one middle spring on, we're gonna stay on this middle spring for a good bit and then we'll switch it back. So let's challenge our flexibility today and start a little bit closer. So I'm like maybe 1 or 2 inches away from the base of the chair, Pilates V. Reach the arms up to the sky. Big breath in, and then exhale, nod the chin. Hands come down to the pedal. Shoulder width distance apart. The tailbone stays dropping. Press the pedal down, 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 and then lift the pedal back up. So pedal goes down, center spine goes up. And up. Shift your weight slightly forward. Last one. Press it down to that little hover if you can. Bend the elbows narrow. We pump the pedal here for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Find straight arms. Drop that tailbone. Keep dropping it. Keep dropping it. Keep dropping it. Arms come up with you. Reach up to the sky and then open the arms out wide. Reach the arms back up. Exhale, nod the chin. Keep pulling up from your upper abdominals, y'all. Hands to the pedal. Now take your right arm up to the ceiling, all right? Keep your body square though. Press the pedal down, 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 and then float the pedal back up. You are looking at your thighs, your stomach, whatever. Make sure it's square. Last one here, press the pedal down. We pump the pedal here for 3 and 2 and 1. Float the pedal all the way up. Take your right hand down, left arm reaches up to the sky. Stay square. Press the pedal down, go up and over something. And then float the pedal back up. Up and over here. Find those inner thighs. And then back up. Last one, press the pedal down. We pump the pedal for 3 and 2 and 1. Float the pedal back up. Both hands on, and now lift the arms. Drop that tailbone down. Feel like you're thrusting your hips forward. Arms come up, and then they circle around. All right, let's have a seat for spine stretch. We'll do flat, round, and then we'll do a little twist, and then teaser from the floor. So you're a straight arms distance away from the pedal here. Hook the heel of your hand on the pedal. Feet are flexed. Legs are strong here. You are gonna sit up uncomfortably tall, and then press the pedal down on that inhale, growing taller, 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 and then float the pedal back up. Exhale, press it down, grow taller, lift taller, broaden the chest a bit more, and then back up. Again, press it down. Hold at that bottom. Can you draw your armpits down to the floor a bit more? For 3, 2, 1, and then float the pedal back up. Last one here, press it down, grow taller, taller. Open up the sides of your neck. And now pump the pedal here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the pedal up. Now we round. Keep the shoulders over your hips. It's your center spine that goes back behind you. Press the pedal down, round, but lift, 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 and then float the pedal back up. Tiny but mighty. Think of going up and over your stomach. Energy out through the heels, and then float back up. Last one. Press it down, curl that tailbone under, and then back up. I kind of lied. We got to do those pumps. So press it down, keep the round, keep the lift, and now pump the pedal here. So it's more of just an up and down with the pump rather than a bend and straighten of the elbows. For 4, 3, 2, 1, float it all the way up. Take your left hand more to the center of your pedal, right hand behind the base of your skull, okay? So we're just adding a tiny spiral to this here. So again, sit up tall, head pushes into your hands, press the pedal down, and now finds this lift up and twist to the right. Push out through that right heel, and then come back to center, pedal floats up. One more time like that. Grow taller, 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 and then back to center. Right hand on, left hand behind your head. Press it down to lift tall, 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 and then back to center. Oh, I feel this right in the middle of my back. Really good back work. So find your upper back muscles to twist you deeper, 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 and then back to center. All right, here's one of my nemesises. Teaser, legs come up. So heels are kind of on the top of the chair here. Pedal might be in your way, that's okay. Take your hands on the side of your chair, okay? All right, so I'm in a little Pilates V. If you're flexy, this is easy. If you're like me, this is not easy. So I'm gonna pull myself forward. I'm just gonna get a good stretch in my back. Some of you might be able to slide your hands forward and then just slide back, all right? Slide forward. Still think belly away from the thighs. Crazy here. Last one, round up and over, up and over, up and over. Now take the hands to the pedal, okay? So I'm gonna do 6 here because I can't do a double leg lift, but if you can, do it, okay? So I'm gonna do 1 leg at a time. So hands onto the pedal, all right? I'm lifting up tall. The pedal's going to come with me. Float your right leg up. I'm gonna lower back, roll back, and then lift back up. Right leg stay still. Roll back, roll back, roll back, and then up. All right, so it's almost like I was trying to get my waistband into the mat. It's not gonna happen. Other side, if you've got both legs up, you keep them up if you can. And then up. Use that exhale, pull the belly back, pull the ribs back, and then lift back up. Woo. Press, 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 and then come all the way up. All right, teeser the legs off to the side, feet come down. We're gonna stay on this same spring for our swan. All right, so you're gonna come on top of the chair, hands come onto the pedal. All right, my shoulders are just a hair behind my hands. My legs are zipped up, and today I'm gonna do a Pilates V, okay? So today I want you to try to keep a plank spine, and then we'll go into extension, okay? So drop that tailbone down. As the pedal lifts up, could your legs lower down? All right, so I'm just coming up in one solid chunk, and then I lower back down. Legs lower, you gotta lift up through your stomach to keep the back flat. And then lower, lower, lower. So I'm pulling the pedal in to me like a chest expansion. Pedal comes down. Now we do extension. So rise up, pedal, our legs can still fall down. That's okay. They're still tight though. And then lower back down. All right. Rise up into extension, roll that chest open, and then lower back down. Last one here. Reach your chest through the arms and then come down. I'm gonna shimmy forward a little bit for our swan dive. So Once again, keep the back relatively flat. I'm gonna lift the legs first, then bend the elbows. Dive forward, and then keep the pedal down as I lift back up. Legs lift first. That's what pushes me forward. And then lift back up. Hello, hammies. Legs lift, heart reaches forward, broad collarbone, y'all. And then back up. Now we can add the extension and the pedal lifting. Dive forward, arms stay straight, lift the pedal up, and then dive back down. Make it dynamic, y'all. Forward and up, forward and up. Let's add the grasshopper. Dive forward, bend the knees, straighten the legs, beat, 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 beat. Come all the way up. 2 more. Knees bend, legs out. Beat, 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 beat. Come all the way up. Last one. Knees bend. Almost forgot. Legs out. Beat, 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 beat. And then slide your body back. Feet to the floor. Both hands on top of the chair. Drop your tailbone down. Roll yourself up. And then open the arms out wide. All right. So push up from the side or push down arm pumping from the side. So I'm going to lie down across the chair. So my chest is still on, my pelvis is on. Now with my left hand onto the pedal, it's kind of behind me, all right? Meaning like it's behind my shoulder. My right arm is out to the side, my legs are zipped up. I am long, I'm strong, I'm in like a plank, all right? I'm gonna press the pedal down and then pull it back up. So keep the elbow narrow. Press it down, feel lift through your stomach, and then back up. Press down and then lift back up. Try not to let the pedal or the spring roll you to the side. Now pump it faster for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's spin you around. Face the pedal again. All right. Press the pedal down first. Legs are still zipped up. Left arm comes out to the side. All right. We bend the right elbow. For 2, and 1, left hand down, right arm out to the side. Strong reach through everything you've got. Pump the pedal here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we swivel around. Right hand is on, fingertips are forward. Left arm out to the side. All right. Let your stomach support your back here, all right? Push the pedal down and then lift the pedal up. Legs are strong here, y'all. Push it down and then lift it up. Shoulder blades sliding away from the ear. Did we do fast pumps here? I don't even remember, but let's just do 3 more. For 2 and 1. Hands come to the top of the chair. Feet come down. Walk them in and under you. Drop your tailbone down. Get a counter stretch here. And then roll yourself all the way up. Arms come down. Awesome work. All right, so teaser from the top. Again, my nemesis. I cannot get my legs straight. If you can, go for it, do it. But I'm gonna keep my knees bent because that's just where I'm at today. So I'm gonna shimmy forward, same spring on, okay? So I'm gonna lean back, knees come into my chest. If I can, right, if you can, find straight legs, bent knees, whatever. Arms reach up, palms face up. Bend the elbows, take the hands to the pedal. Okay, so whatever bend you have to your elbows right now, keep it, okay? So pedal goes down because your abdomen is pulling away from the thighs. And then roll back up, 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 up. Roll back, roll back, roll back. It's exactly what we did on the floor, right? Now just in this position. And then pull the pedal back up again. And then back up. Last one. Pull those ribs back, and then come all the way up. All right, take your hands off the pedal, reach them forward, take your feet down to the floor, stand up, just get a release in your hip flexors, open the arms out to the side, reach the arms up one more time, open them out to the side. All right, now we have a seat, okay? I want you to scoot back so you have lots of support for your legs, okay? Straighten your legs out in front of you, okay? So parallel with your legs, legs stay zippered up. Right arm reaches up, left hand reaches back, okay? So right hip stays down. You're gonna press the pedal down and twist. So the twist is why the pedal goes down. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, and then pull the belly in and up to bring you back up. Keep your hand on the pedal. Right hip stays down. Push down through that arm, push down through that arm. And then pull back up. Get longer, longer, longer. Squeeze those inner thighs together. And then come up, up, up. Switch arms, left arm up, right? It's the twist of the body that pushes the pedal down. It's kind of those same muscles that we did on the floor. And then back up. Again, just a harder position. And then back up. Last one here. Feel like you're sliding the pedal to that wall that you're looking at right now, that you're twisting towards. And then come all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take your feet down to the floor and go ahead and stand up. Drop the tailbone down, pubic bone forward. Open the arms out wide. Again here, arms reach up and then go wide. All right, I'm gonna turn and face you. My left hip is gonna go on top of the chair. Left hand to the pedal. Press it down. Top leg back, bottom leg forward here. All right, so I'm gonna take my right hand behind my head here. I'm gonna hover the pedal up. We're just gonna do a little variation here today on this twist. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna twist my upper body towards the floor. Keep pulling up through the upper abdominals and then square yourself back off. All right, lift the ribs and your chest up away from the floor as you twist and then back to center. Legs are strong here. Last one. Get longer, longer in your twist. Find center, float the pedal up, other side. Right hip on, right hand in the center. Hips are square. Push your head back into that top hand. Pedal stays hovering. Twist your upper body. Pull the pedal into the chair, into you, and then back up. Exhale. There's a little bit of like this rounding up and over sensation that's also happening. Last one here. Exhale, twist. Pull that shoulder down away from the ear and then back to center and then float the pedal up with control. Awesome. Stay on this same spring. Some people call this piano lessons. I've heard it called frog. I've heard a lot of different things. So either way, I'm gonna call it piano lessons. So my toes are pretty close to the front edge here. Pretty close, Pilates V. Reach the arms up and now bring them out in front of you like Frankenstein arms. I'm gonna resist the heels from lifting, okay? So they stay down as I squat down. And then when I can't keep them down anymore, they're gonna lift. My knees are gonna go wide so they don't hit the chair. I'm gonna come down to this nasty hover. Take the hands down to the pedal. I pump the pedal, push it down, lift taller, and then lift the pedal. Press the pedal down. Heels of the hand should be on, mine or not. For 2, keep pushing the knees wide, y'all. Drop the tailbone. Last one, and now pump it faster. Pump, pump. Open chest, open chest. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Keep your squat, keep your squat. Arms reach forward. Stand all the way up, heels lower down. All right, spin. I'm gonna face you, pedals to my right. I'm gonna fold up my mat because we're gonna come kneeling for kneeling mermaid. Okay, feet parallel. Let's get in the fancy way, why not? Arms reach forward, all right? I'm gonna lift my heels up. I'm gonna squat down, squat down, squat down, and then lower the knees down with control. Knees are in line with about the center of the pedal. Legs are now zipped up. Press the shins down, hips are rolling forward. Right hand onto the pedal, left arm up. Pull the pedal into you. Side bend up and over. Right hip is forward. And then control it as it comes back up. So don't let that right shoulder lose control. Up and over, up and over, up and over. And then bring it back up. Again. How long can you make both arms right now? Hold here. Equal weight into your shins. Bend your top elbow. Frame your face. And then straighten the arm. Last one. Bend the elbow. And now hold here. Keep the pedal down. And now spiral your upper body towards the pedal. Keep your right hip forward. And then square your body off. Inhale as you go into that twist. Should feel really, really lovely. And then exhale back out. Last one. Spiral, spiral, spiral. Back out. Float the pedal up with control. All right, let's do it. Let's get out the fancy way. All right. Arms can either reach forward or they can come down into the mat. My toes are tucked under. Hips shift back and then stand up. Let's flip you around. All right. Let's do it. Arms reach forward. Lift the heels a little bit. Control, 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 and then come down. Oh, I have not practiced that in a while. Legs zipped up, shins pushed down, left hand on. It's either in line of you or in front of your body. Right arm up, pull the pedal into you. Up and over. Lift the ribs as you push the pedal down more, and then float the pedal up. 2 more times, then we get that elbow bend. Up and over. Hips are square, y'all. Open up your hips to that wall in front of you. And then stack, stack, stack. Last one here, kind of. You know we lie. And now bends that top elbow. And then straighten the arm. Hug the bicep into the ear without going into your neck. Now, arm stays straight. And now we spiral a little bit. And then back out. It's the same spiral that we did when we had our legs twisted. A lot of times we think of the chair as being like this go-to for just a killer move, but we should be leaving a chair workout feeling more open. Square your body off with control. Float the pedal all the way up. Nice work. Arms reach out in front of you if you can. Toes tuck under. All right, really let that tailbone curl under. Hip shift back and then stand all the way up. Nice work. All right, so coming around to the back end of our chair, let's try to mount this, right? We're gonna do horseback. So I'm gonna take my hands either to the center here of the chair or to the back end. I might have to make fists because my wrists don't like this. So we gotta kind of just jump on here. We're gonna split the top of the chair, okay? So I'm gonna push into my arms and then I'm gonna split the chair and I'm gonna come seated. Let's try that again. Good, and come off. All right, you really got to use the push of your arms and the lift of the stomach. That's what's going to help lift the legs. All right, so let's try that again. All right, use a little momentum. Legs go wide. That was better than the first one. All right, so my booty might be hanging off the edge a little bit. That's okay because I want my inner thighs to have a connection to the chair and not your wood. So let's go flex feet. Really hug that chair with your life. Sorry, those of you who have really wide chairs, okay? So my elbows are bent, palms are facing up here. All right, so as my arms reach forward, I'm gonna round my spine like crazy, just like our spine stretch. Point out through your toes. Now, when you're here, don't let the legs drop, okay? The concern should not be how high I can get my hips off. It's how round and how lifted can I get up through my stomach. And now we flex the feet, bend the elbows, come up tall here. Again, arms reach forward like you're reaching into straps, toes point. Think pubic bone to navel. Now, can you keep your position, but maybe lift your legs up a little bit higher? And now flex the feet, bend the elbows, sit up tall. Last one like this. Round up and over. I'm being punched in the gut right now. Keep the shape, keep the lift, circle the arms for 3, 2, 1. Remember, they're in resistance. Circle the arms for 3. Lift the legs. 2, 1. Flex the feet. Bend the elbows. All right. Can we try to get off a fancy way? I might have to shimmy back a little bit. I'm going to take my hands onto the side of the chair and then come off. Not my finest moment. But hey, we're in this together. Okay. Another spring on. We're going to go back to 2 middle springs for some mountain climbers. Okay, we're gonna do 8, 8, 8, and 8, okay? I'm gonna count rather than cue. We'll see how well that goes. All right, so arms reach up and over, Dive up and over, hands come to the back edge of the chair. Step onto the pedal, press it down. All right, I'm in parallel here. Right foot up on top of the chair. Round, lift the ribs off the pedal, or off the thigh, all right? So pump the pedal here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all right? 8, 7, 6, you're rising up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You stay at the top. Keep that right hip low for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now round up and over. Round up and over. Pull that belly back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pedal comes down, switch legs. Feet are still parallel. Round. Drop the tailbone under. Pump the pedal here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Light hands. 3, 2, 1. Start to stack up. If you cannot bring the arms up, you keep the hands down. No worries. Hold at the top here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round up and over. Up and over. Holy cannoli. Take the full 8 for 3, 2, 1. Press the pedal down. Other foot comes down. Quick tendon stretch. Pilates V. Round your spine. Drop the heels down and lift the heels up. Drop the heels down, lift the heels up. Last one, drop the heels, lift the heels. All right, are we ready? We're gonna do 3 pull-ups and we're gonna try to do a single arm. Try is the key word. Hands to the back edge of the chair. Drop your head, shoulders over your hands. Lift up through your center spine, y'all. It's not about how high the pedal is, how high can your spine get. And then lower the pedal down. Exhale, lift, lift, lift. Tailbone drops, spine lifts. Now come all the way down. Okay. Bring your hands to the back of the chair, not the sides, okay? So right now my hands are not quite at the corners. They're at the back edge, but closer to center. Play around with that. Left arm goes out to the side. Push into that arm. Round your spine. Try lifting that pedal up. Try lifting, lifting, lifting. Now, if you can't, if you're with me, I'm gonna take my left hand down to the side of the chair. I'm not pushing down, I'm pulling in on the side of the chair, all right? Now try to lift, 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 and back down. Control it on the down. That cues for me. 2 more. Push down and down. Last one. Finish strong. Lift, 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 and down. All right, left hand closer to the center there. Right arm out to the side. Try it with the arm out to the side. That right arm's gotta be strong and reaching for that wall, y'all. Shift forward. Ooh, this is my weaker side. We have 3 here. Take your option, okay? Hug in on the chair like you're hugging in on a magic circle. 2 more. Lift through the ribs, lift through the ribs, and down. Both hands on. Flatten your back out, pedal out the feet. Ooh, that last one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was using that right hand for assistance. Alrighty. Let's now turn around on the pedal. Have a seat. How do you do? Sometimes we have to go to those places, right? All right. Turn your head from right to left a little bit. Sometimes my shoulders can creep up a little bit there. Hands to the back edge of the chair for tabletop, okay? So push down into your hands, lift the pedal up, we're in a Pilates V. Pedal does not move. Lift the hips. There is 50% of your weight in your feet, 50% of your weight in your arms right now. Pubic bone stays driving up. Push the pedal down and up. Find your booty, not just your hamstrings. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the pedal. Can you take your left leg out? Can you pump the pedal here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg down, right leg out. Keep driving your booty up, y'all. The lower the leg, the harder. Oh, hamstring cramp for 3 and 2 and 1. Foot down, hips down. All right, the second I tried to lift my hips back up, that left hamstring said, not today, ma'am, not today. All right, tendon stretch here. Press the pedal down. Hands, front edge of the chair. So I'm gonna teach it a little bit differently than how I normally teach it. I want your heels to be on the base of that pedal, on the base of the chair here. So like if you have an exo chair, you might not have a solid base. Think of it like driving down to the floor, okay? So heels stay connected. Straighten your legs, stand up. Get a stretch in your back body. Heels stay down. Can you lift the toes? All right, keep the toes lifted. And now, could you try to lift the pedal up, 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 and then pedal goes down, all right? Lift the pedal up, 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 and down. Lift the pedal up, and down. All right, have a seat, shake it out. If when we get into single leg, you have to resituate the foot, totally fine, okay? I typically cue it with a heel lift, but today I'm going for that heel down. Alrighty, let's do it. Stand up. Left leg is hovering. Right leg is straight. Both legs are straight. Good, you lift the pedal, and then down. Lift the pedal, lift the pedal, lift the pedal, and down. All right, left leg out to the side. All right, right leg up, 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 and down. Pedal lifts up, 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 and down. Could you take it back behind you? We got this. Lift the pedal, and down. Lift the pedal, and down. One out to the side. Lift the pedal, back to center, switch legs. Right leg hovering. We got this. Lift the pedal, and down. Lift the pedal, straight legs, and down. Right leg out to the side. Heel stays down, y'all. And lift. One more. Lift. Right leg behind you. It's okay if the leg rests down into the chair. All right? Lift. And down. This is definitely my weaker side. One more. And down. Right leg out to the side for 1. Back to center. Have a seat. Float the pedal up. Shake out the wrists. All right. Let's step off. Anybody else sweating? All right. I know it's a lot on the wrist, but it's advanced, right? The more we lift and the more we transfer weight or put the work into other parts of our body, the less our wrists are gonna feel it, okay? So, frog facing front and back. Let's try it. So, let's step up onto the pedal, Pilates V. Hands are to the front edge of the chair here, okay? I'm gonna squat down. My legs have to clear the chair. So I have to go a little bit wider with my feet. Okay, so my booty, I'm trying to keep it at a low hover. So let's just start by straightening your arms so the pedal lifts up here, all right? Keep the shape, keep the distance from your tailbone to your feet as you bend the elbows, pedal lowers, and then lift back up. Bends the elbows and back up. Bends the elbows and back up. Now pump the pedal here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pedal down. And now we flip around. I think the last time I did this was on a contemporary chair. And this one really had to force my legs wider. My booty felt that a lot more. All right, hands to the front edge. Again, same thing, now we're just facing the other way. Hips shift off. All right, now straighten the arms. Keep that space between your booty and your heels. Bend the elbows, tricep dip, and then back up. Bend the elbows and press back up. Heels are high and you are pulling the pedal into the chair. Last one. And up, pump the pedal here. Pump, pump. Push down into those arms. For 3, 2, 1. Sit the hips back, pedal comes up. Nice work. All right, going up front. I apologize if my head is cut off at the top, but you can pretty much see what all is going on. So extra challenge, no hands, ma, all right? If you gotta put your hands onto the chair when you get up, no worries, all right? So right foot comes on, press the pedal down, okay? Left foot up onto the chair. Make sure all 10 toes are forward. We are still in parallel. Hands can either be up at a high diagonal or behind your head, right? Both are challenging. Back heel is lifted, right? We're gonna rise up, rise up, rise up, and then lower back down. Your legs are like a pair of scissors. Your front leg is pulling back, your back leg is pulling forward. And you're going up in one long line. We've got 2. And last one, can you come all the way up? Take your back foot off the pedal. You gotta straighten your left leg, straighten your standing leg. Back leg lifts. If you're like, not today, lady, then just keep going the pedal up and down. Now take your foot down to the pedal, all right? And now we lower back down. Let's do 3 more here, why not? Lift the leg and lower. Lift the pedal and lower. Last one. Lift the pedal, lift taller, lower all the way down with more control than what I just did. And can we now switch with no hands? Whoop, left foot down, right foot up. You know, all we can do is try. All right, lift the ribs off your hips, arms wherever you like them. And now we try to lift the pedal up and then lower back down. So find that deep, strong work in that right leg. I mean, really in both legs. 2 more. Back heel stays lifted. The movement comes from the hip. Now lift the pedal up. Straighten your right leg. Back leg lifts. Little baby arabesque. Foot comes down. Find the pedal. 3 more here. Think of your spine being in line with that back leg. One long line. And up, last one. Maybe that was 3.5, I'm not sure. Come all the way down with control. Can we step down? Can we take that front foot down to the floor? Whoop. And then float the pedal up with control. Nice work. All right, we're gonna stay on this heavy spring for a little cat-cow, only because I'm assuming that most of you at home do not have a spotter, okay? I know it's typically taught with a light spring, but this gives you more support. All right, so come kneeling on the carriage. On the carriage, you know what I mean. Hip socket distance apart. Push down through your shins. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Big breath in. On your exhale, nod your chin. Think of this as a kneeling roll down. All right, because that's what it is, or kneeling roll up. Hands come to the pedal, all right? Now, as you press the pedal down, shift your weight forward. Think hips over knees. Now, when we're here, we're not just shifting the weight forward to push the pedal down, right? We're curling the stomach, we're rounding the ribs, pull the pedal into you, and now shift the hips back. Hip shift forward, and then hips shift back. Keep pressing down into the shins even as you go forward. Now come forward. And now stick the booty out. Find a little baby extension. And now round your spine. Pull the pedal into you to deepen that stretch through the back. Last one, shift the weight forward. Stick the booty out. Roll the chest forward. And then round and lift into the ribs. And then shift the hips back. Now, as you take your hands off the pedal, try to roll those hips forward and up over your knees and stack all the way up. Arms come down and around, or around and down. All right, so let's go ahead and come off. We're gonna switch to that one middle spring again. All right, for a little toy soldier. The chair is in front of me right now, if that makes sense. So the padded part's to my right. So my left foot is in line with the base of the chair. Okay, left foot in line with the base of the chair, where the pedal will be in the down position. I'm in parallel, arms reach up to the ceiling. I'm gonna nod my chin, round down, right hand to the pedal. Left arm reaches up and behind me. As I press the pedal down, it's coming from the twist of my spine. So the concern isn't how far down I can get the pedal, it's how deep can I twist, and then look up at that left hand, and then untwist. Come back to center, the left arm can come down, all right? It's the twist of the ribs It's the reach of that shoulder blade around the rib cage that pushes the pedal down. This should feel like so juicy, yummy, good. Tailbone stays dropping. Look up at that left hand. You're being pulled in 2 different directions. And then come down, pedal floats up, arms reach forward, come up with control. Arms come down, other side. Now my right foot is in line with the base of the chair. Hip socket distance apart, arms reach up, dive up and over. Left hand to the pedal, fingers facing forward. Twist. Again, ask yourself here, am I trying to perform or am I really trying to connect into that twist? I have to ask myself that a lot when I'm doing these videos. Am I performing for you guys or am I really trying to deepen the twist, to open up my thoracic spine? Last one here. Hips don't move, they stay stable. Maybe take a look at them. Pull yourself in 2 different directions and then come down. Pedal floats up, tailbone drops, arms reach up to the ceiling and then down and around. All right, so we're gonna stay on this middle spring and we're gonna do a little something, a little stuff on the floor. So swan from the floor for a nice shoulder opener, just in case we already haven't received that. So you're gonna come lying down on your stomach, forehead into the mat, heels the hands on the pedal. So in this position with the pedal up, your shoulders like really should be in your ears. Like you should already feel like you're getting a shoulder stretch. My legs are zipped up, my pubic bone is down. Now from here, all I want you to do is just pull the shoulder blades away from the ears a little bit and then shrug them back up. So a little depression and elevation. If you need to, the head can be a little lifted because I know it can be extreme to have the forehead all the way down. All right, now keeping your tailbone heavy, I'm gonna depress my shoulder blades and then I'm gonna lift up, pedal. I don't want it to go all the way down. I want it to stay actually pretty lifted because I want you to lift up through the base of the ribs and then lengthen as you come down. Pedal goes back up to that start position. Again, all right, feel the upper abdominals lift first, then you can lift up. Then we can lift up, 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 and then again, lengthen as you come all the way down. Let the shoulder blades shrug up into the ears. Last one like this. Pull that bar apart, or the pedal. Lift up, reach your heart forward. So it's more about that upper back extension than the low back. And then drop your head and then come all the way down. All right. Let's now flip you over onto your back. Your head is going to be pretty close to the edge, or sorry, to the base of the chair. If you have super long arms, you might be able to be further away, okay? Hands onto the pedal. My elbows are narrow and pointing up to the ceiling. My legs are long. All right, so I just want you to pull the pedal down a little bit to feel the length in your neck, and then pedal comes back up. Last one. Think like you're doing a pull-up, so you're pulling your shoulders down to your hips. Now pull the pedal down about half that much, and now legs lift up, and then they go up and over for your roll over. Slide the feet along the chair, but try to keep your chest away from your chin. All right, and now roll down, legs stay zipped up, control the descent, hips lower, legs lower, legs go up and over. Take your time with it. Still keep thinking of chest and ribs and hips up, up, up to the ceiling, and then melt back down. And the whole point of those cues is just so you're not sinking into your spine, right? We're not compressing. Legs come up, hold here. Weights in your shoulders, not your neck, y'all. Could you reach one leg up to the ceiling? So one-legged jackknife, and then lower the leg down. Right leg stays still, or sorry, that's the leg I'm on. Left leg goes up and down. So just a little scissoring of the legs and down. Check your shoulders, they're not in your ears, y'all. And down. Now, could you do both legs up to the ceiling? Open up the hips to the wall behind you and then lower back down.
Hips stay exactly where they're at. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Now keep whatever jackknife you have and then roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. Awesome. Hips hit, legs lower all the way down to the floor. Flex your feet. Take your arms up to the sky and then roll yourself all the way up and over. Get a stretch at the top. Awesome. Let's come back up to standing. I'm gonna place another medium spring on, medium spring, 2 springs in the middle, 2 springs in the middle. All right, so for some leg presses here, but straight legs. Okay, so I'm gonna be about a straight legs distance away from the pedal here. Alrighty, so I'm in parallel right now. Right ball of the foot is onto the pedal. Okay, so I'm gonna try to feel square in my hips without falling over. I'm gonna lift up through the ribs, take your hands behind your head, push the head back and into your hands, and now round up and over. Find a little baby spine stretch here. And now, to get deeper into that lift, I want you to press the pedal down a little bit and then lift back up. All right, press the pedal down. So hip comes down, ribs lift, and then back up. Again, press the pedal down and then lift. Keep pushing the head up and into your hands. Press the pedal down and then lift back up. Now I'm gonna stack my spine up tall and then I'm gonna pivot and face to you, okay? So I have tight hips, so my standing foot might have to be behind my right foot that's on the pedal, okay? Hands behind your head once again. I'm gonna push the pedal down to try and like really draw my right hip down to the floor and then lift back up. And now let's add a little side bend. So I'm gonna press down and I'm gonna side bend up and over and then lift back up. Ooh, I just got a hip pop out of that. That was nice. So pedal presses down if you can. You notice mine's not moving a lot. Side bend up and over. Right, here's your ballet stretches. And then lift back up. Last one here. Press down, it comes from your hip. Push the head back, and then lift back up. All right, now I'm gonna pivot and face away. So it's my right balls of the foot on now. All right, let's see if I can find balance here. So I'm trying to think of my back leg staying straight here, okay? Some people will cue it with the top of the foot on. I like it here, I don't have a pad for my foot here. So right hip is going forward, left hip should feel like it's going back. And now I want you to think of pulling the pedal into to deepen the stretch down the front of your right leg and hip, and then float the pedal back up. You can place your hands behind your head again if you need or if you'd like, and then back up. I'm just checking my hips. One more, and then back up. I lied, let's do another one like that. So there's a little baby extension here, and then back up. All right, take the leg down. Let's do the other side. Straight leg away. So I'm kind of like, I'm barely on the beginning of my arch, balls of the foot. I'm kind of somewhere in between, okay? So right now my standing leg is parallel, hands behind the head, round up and over. So feel like that left hip is drawing back, but also down to the inner thigh. And now press the pedal down, lift up, and then up. And also too, I'm sure you're noticing, I have a turnout only because I have a really hard time connecting to my seat. I always want to go into the back of my knee. So do what you got to do. Press down to lift, 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 lift. Again, pull your belly back and then lift back up, stack your spine up tall. All right. And then we pivot. Alrighty, get yourself sorted. So my left leg is turned out. My right leg is also turned out. Hands behind your head. Press the pedal down to find the left corner of your seat. And then lift back up. Really both legs are working, right? They're hugging in. There's kind of your side splits, right? And now we add that side bend. So pedal pulls into a little bit, side bend up and over. Lift, 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 and then back up. Ooh, calf's cramping a little bit. Up and over. Open up your chest, open the elbows, push the floor away with your right foot, and then lift back up. One more time here. Up and over, up and over, up and over, and then back up. All right, we pivot. Probably should be a fancy reveille. See, I don't even know what it is. Releve.
Okay, so we're in extension. How can we not be? All right, so I'm gonna pull the pedal down, but also into me, and feel that front left hip really lift up the front of my body. Boy, oh boy, does that feel good. Pull down, and then back up. So if we had a lighter spring, of course we'd be able to move the pedal more. There would be more movement here, but the heavier spring really gives you a lot of feedback, and you're able to get, I mean, for me, I'm so tight, more of a stretch. Let's do one more here. Open chest, open up the whole front of your body here. And then pedal lifts up, foot comes down. Nice work. Ooh, I need that one more often. Okay, going up side. Let's do it. All right, so facing the pedal, arms reach up, up and over. Hands come to the back edge, step onto the pedal. All right, I'm gonna pivot and face you. So my right foot is on the pedal. My heel is down and it's in line with the pedal. All right, my left foot comes out to the side, left leg comes out to the side. All right, my hands are kind of at these front edges, what looks like front to me. All righty, so my fingertips are facing away from one another. Both feet are flexed, legs are zipped up. Drop your head round your spine. Shift your weight a little bit over the chair. And now try to lift the pedal up, 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 and then back down. Remember, the lift comes from your center spine, y'all. And down. You're being punched in the gut. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and then lower, down. All right, now let's play a little bit. Let's see if we can do this. All right, head is down. Try to float the pedal up just a little bit, just a little bit. Now hover the left leg out to the side. Could you lift the pedal now? And then lower it. Right hip goes forward, y'all. Like towards your arms. And down. Lift. And lower. Last one, lift. And lower. Zip the legs up. And now pivot and face the other side. So when I say hip forward, I'm just trying to get you square in your hips, right? We're not twisting. And that really should fire up your side booty. Alrighty, legs zipped up, feet are flexed. Whoo. Try to lift, 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 and back down. Two more, push into those arms. And down. And down, okay. Now we do that little hover. Now you might be able to lift your leg out higher. Go for it, do it all day long. All right, hover the pedal, little hover. Right leg out to the side. Lift, lift, lift. So I'm thinking of pulling my left heel in towards the chair, even though it's down. 3 more. Push into those arms. Can you get them straighter? 2. Last one. Holy cannoli. Pivot, face the chair. Just pedal it out. Just pedal it out. All right, step off, float the pedal up with control, and then place the foot down. Arms reach up to the ceiling, and then open them out wide. All right, so we are going to adjust the springs only 2 more times. I was trying to make this as smooth as possible today, but you know, here we are. So I want you to place 1 spring on high, 1 spring on high. So those of you with an exo chair, that might be a number 4, right? I've got 1 on the top. And now we're gonna lie down, little hamstring curl, bridging, and then we'll finish standing. All right, I'm gonna bring the soles of my feet together. My pinkies and my big toes are trying to stay connected here. You will know if you're too close or too far away. Arms are weighted down into the mat and your tailbone is heavy. I'm gonna pull the pedal into me. Can I press it down, down, down? I'm struggling, but I like the struggle here. And then float the pedal up. If you're too close, you will not be able to get the pedal down. You will know, all right? Arms are weighted. So the reason the pedal is coming down is because the knees and the hips are opening up. And then pedal lifts back up from your hips. Think of this. Imagine you had your feet on the floor right now, right? And if you were going into a deep plie or a sumo squat, and then legs or pedal lifts back up. Last one here. If you're tight, I mean, the inner thigh stretch here is really lovely, but my butt cheeks are like quivering right now. They're quivering. and then release the pedal back up, 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 up. All right, let's go arches on. Shimmy away from the pedal a little bit more. So my legs, let's go zipped up. Let's do it. Legs are zipped up. Even if you can't get the arches on, think toes reaching up and over here. Arms are weighted down, booty stays down. Pull the pedal down and into you, and then release the pedal up with control. Pull the pedal down and in, or in and down, whichever one you want to look at. Hold here, okay? Keep the legs zipped up. Roll your hips up off the mat and pause here at the top. My toes are reaching into the base of the chair. And now melt your spine all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Pedal stays down. Again, roll the hips under, lift the hips up, squeeze your inner thighs and knees together, and then melt all the way down, down, down. Now, tailbone's heavy, float the pedal up with control. Now we lift the hips up with the pedal up. Hold here at the top, and then melt all the way down. You're still thinking of the toes going up and over, right? Because that's from your hamstring curls, not only from the mat, but from your reformer. And then melt all the way down, down, down. All right, now we come up and play. So roll those hips up. Broad collarbone at the top. Pull the pedal into you for 3 and 2 and 1. Now pull it all the way down to the floor with control, with control. Pedals down, melt all the way down. Tailbone's heavy. Float the pedal up 2 more times like that. Roll the hips up into bridge. Pull the pedal down all the way to the floor with control. Melt your spine all the way down. I'm very wobbly today. Tailbone's heavy. Pedal floats up. Last one like this. Roll the hips up into bridge. Pull the pedal into you. Think knees going up and over the pedal. All the way down. Keep the pedal down. Roll the hips up. Let's see if we can do this. Good. Now, could you float the pedal up from here? Pedal is up and melt your spine all the way down. It's a light spring, which makes it harder. Pull the pedal down. Lift the hips up. All right. Think of shifting your weight back into your upper body here. Try to lift the pedal up. Pedal is up and then melt all the way down. Typically, I do this with a heavy spring, which makes it harder in some ways, but easier in others. So pedals down, roll the hips up, all right? Push into your arms like crazy. There it is, takes a couple times. Pedals up and then melt all the way down. Let's do it one more time. One more time. Let's end on a good note. Pull it down, lift the hips up, all right? Squeeze your bottom, push into the arms. Levitate the pedal up and then melt all the way down, 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 down. Awesome work. All right, let's go ahead. Roll you up. Those are fun. Those are fun when we're gonna place another spring on. So 2 medium springs. But those moves are so fun where your teacher's asking you to do something and your brain's like telling your body, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And nothing's happening. Always think of Kill Bill where she's like wiggle your big toe. And she's like, we're just willing it. That's how we do it sometimes. All right, 2 middle springs on. Let's end, let's finish strong here, okay? So push-ups from the floor. I know I skipped push-ups from top and bottom, but we're gonna do it. We're just gonna go right for it, all right? We are very warm. Feet are gonna come onto the pedal. So let's get in the nice fancy way. Sorry, y'all. All right, legs zipped up, Pilates V. Reach the arms up to the sky. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, nod your chin. Round down, hands come to the floor. I'm tight, I gotta walk them out a little bit. Step your feet up onto the pedal. Pedal stays up, y'all. It's a nice heavy spring. So now from here, pike the hips up. All right, your heels are high. Walk your hands out to the top of your plank or your push-up. All right, from here, you're gonna slide your body forward so the pedal comes with you and then lift back up. It's a long stretch from your reformer, y'all. Pull yourself forward. Find your lats, find your armpits. Pull yourself forward and then back out. Now from here, pedal stays up. Bend your elbows. And then press back up. Bend your elbows, press back up. Last one, bend your elbows, press up. We combo, bend the elbows, you go forward and then up. Try to get the elbows narrow and up. Last one, strong legs. Now pike the hips up, walk your hands in a little bit. Now from here, could you float your right leg up to the ceiling?
and then lower the foot down. Push into the floor like crazy. Left leg floats up, straight leg and down. One more time each side, y'all. Finish strong. And down. Wow, it's been forever since I've done these. Left leg up. And now just take it down to the floor. Right foot down to the floor. Straighten your legs, hips over your feet. Take your time. Rolling up. Reach the arms out in front of you, like Frankenstein arms. And now pitch forward a little bit. Lift your heels up. Push the arms down and back. Find chest expansion. Woo. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to center. Release the arms, lower the heels down. Last one here. Finish strong, y'all. Arms reach back, ribs in. Heels lifted. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to center. Lower the heels. Raise the arms up. Nice work today, y'all. If you hung in there with me, let me know how you feel in the comments. Let me know what you thought. I appreciate you. If you are enjoying this content, you should subscribe and like this video. Thanks, y'all.